Microsoft could buy Netflix, right?
Funny.
Stick with me.
Okay.
The streaming wars might be over if Microsoft buys Netflix. So Microsoft has around 94.6 billion cash on hand, and Netflix market cap is around 515 billion. So they would need to use a significant portion of its cash, issue new stock, and likely take debt to finance the acquisition. This would be one of the largest tech acquisitions in history, far exceeding their purchase of Activision Blizzard. But here's the impact it would have if Microsoft did buy Netflix. This would have a huge impact on the entertainment industry, right? They would be able to immediately become a content powerhouse, and they could combine Netflix's library with the production capabilities where they have an Xbox and gaming, right? Because they have they've got such a presence in the Xbox and gaming market, and they could even use their cloud Azure services and bundle that in. Perhaps you could bundle a Netflix subscription with an Xbox Game Pass, right? So they could really do a bundle offering and put forth some really strong competition into the streaming space.
Interesting. Okay, here's one reason that I think Microsoft acquiring Netflix could be really interesting is our friend AI, right? So, okay, meaning maybe they could build an AI studio to generate shows and movies. So hear me out. So I'm coming up with this here. Netflix, they have a mountain of content data, user data, preference data, right? They have their own studio powered by humans, right? They have this flywheel already running. What if a company like Microsoft that has the resources, both the cash and the manpower and the GPUs, frankly, right, to really put everything into building a proper AI studio so that you get things where you're just ranking out shows and movies. You could release one on Sunday night, look at the reaction on Monday, right? And then Tuesday through Friday, crank out a new episode based on what people are thinking. We all know that pain, right? You watch Game of Thrones, I think. Why are we waiting 2 years for a new Game of Thrones season? What if they created a show that had that addiction of Game of Thrones, but it was a perpetual show?
Yeah.
It never ended.
And
right?
they could just make it could never stop. It could just be play next episode, play next episode, play next episode. Like it could just
generate it live even. And then you could get personalized it could sit there, listen to
you could be
your
binging
reactions.
forever. You could be binging for a long time with AI generated
this
Netflix
makes me
content.
think of what we should do. Let's make an AI generated podcast. We'll have our own app. We'll have a laugh detector. And every time we detect a laugh, it's like, okay, we're going to double down on that topic. We're going to keep people rolling on the ground perpetually. This podcast will never end.
I mean, you're right. And Microsoft could put all these resources and technology into Netflix to make it an AI-powered content streaming machine, not only improve the algorithm of the recommendations and watches, but production of video quality through AI production video quality, and push it to a Netflix platform. That could, you could have an incredible amount of content, and you could have it so streamlined to your preferences. And assuming the AI video generation gets to a level of production, which I think everyone's thinking
it's getting there.
It's getting decent.
Yeah.
That could really change the streaming space and really put strong competition on the other people in the streaming space. Now, the likelihood of this to happen is a long shot, right?
Yeah.
Microsoft they acquire a lot of companies, so it's not out of character for them to do so. But this deal would be so large, they would face a lot of antitrust scrutiny. So there would be a clash between software and hardware giants and the media companies. It would be a big antitrust challenge for them to do. But who knows? Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it'll happen.